Excuse me, that bend was really good, but can I get a little more sauce on it? Today we're going to talk about how we can add vibrato on top of bends to get, just a little more sauce on our bends and add in more emotion. That's coming up. Blah, 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 blah. What's up, guys? This is Dan from Guitar from the Heart. And like I said, we're going to look at vibrato and adding it on top of bends. This is one of my favorite techniques to use when I play the guitar to add in a little more gusto into my bends and get a little bit of my personal expression more into those notes. So without further ado, let's take a look at the guitar and see what we can see. But first, alright, let's do it. Alright, let's get this chair out of the way. And the guitar in the center screen. Here we go. So, I've been showing bends and how we can use the pitch trick to practice bending from one note to the other. So like, say if I want to go from this note to this note, I could test it with a slide. And then if I would want to do a double step bend, whole step bend, use the same finger you're going to bend with, ideally. And so forth. Now let's add a little bit more seasoning on that puppy. Why, shall we? So let's do the same bend. I'm starting on the 9th fret of the B string and I'm going to the 11th fret of the B string. On pitch wise, I'm bending up to the 11th fret. And here's the technique, very simple. After you bend up and you've gotten to your pitch that you want to do, you can hang that pitch and then start to shake that note up. You can either go up and then using that note, this note here, as your bass line, you're gonna just continue to rock your hand and get a bending motion, but you can go a little farther and come back down to the pitch. So like this. What I'm doing is I'm going up to this pitch. And when I'm there, I'm going up a little more, bending up a little bit more in pitch and in distance on the string, and then back down to the same pitch, ideally, if I'm on pitch. And I'm vibrating between a little bit above the pitch and back to the baseline pitch, which is this note. Alright? Other way to do the same thing is when you get to the pitch, you can let yourself come down and back up to the bass line. So it's like a bottom-ended vibrato. So you bend up to the correct pitch, and then you come down and back up, right? So like this. Testing my pitch. And that's my bass line. To me, when you bend down and back up, it sounds almost like kind of like a weeping type of sensation. Now, when I'm actually doing vibrato in a real playing context, I don't really think, oh, I'm gonna bend up to the bass line, to the pitch that I'm bending to, and then I'm gonna go up from that pitch and back down to the same pitch, or I'm gonna go down and up. I don't think about it that way. What I do is I bend up to the pitch, and then I let my emotion take over from right there. And that's the beauty of this thing. You see, you don't really, unlike a regular bend where you're kind of calculating and you need to use your ear to get to the right pitch, here it's kind of like once you bend and you're on pitch, It's a little more advanced. You want to be able to bend on pitch first before you're really trying to do this. But once you're on the right pitch and you've bent your string up to the right pitch, then it's just pure motion from here. You just rock your hand and use your ear and your feelings to guide you from there. So that's vibrato added on top of bends, adding a little bit more pepper, a little bit more sauce to your elements of emotion as you play. So I hope that's helpful to you guys. I'll give you some more samples on the way out here. But for now, take care, play the guitar from the heart, and have fun with that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.